have a winning answer. So before I begin, we're just going to do a quick poll to see how you're going and where you're at to ensure that this process or this template will be very useful for you. All right, let's go on menti.com. So if you go to menti.com and use the code 282111, tell us how you're feeling. So just describe in one word how you're feeling, and this will populate up in the word cloud. If anyone is on, tired, unmotivated, oh dear. Come on, guys, it's a hackathon. The first couple of hours, we can do this. Grateful, content, inspired, hyped, worried. There's a lot of mixed feelings here. That's okay. The majority of people are quite excited. Yes. But we really want to ensure that you have a great experience during this hackathon because it does go on for 3 weeks. So you want to make sure that when you're doing this, you're consistent and that you can be excited for the whole time. So you've got procrastinating, nervous, really good, exhausted, yes, home, so hyped. All right, so hopefully we can all bounce off each other and ensure that we have a great experience here. Wonderful. Now I'm going to jump to our next question, and the question is, why have you decided to participate in the hackathon? I think it's really important for you to reflect and tell yourself this because you'll be telling your participants why you've decided to participate, and a lot of people have different values or they have different reasons. I know for me, when I first started going to hackathons, I used it as a way to improve my communication skills because I didn't really know what to say or to speak. So that really helped me out a lot. In fact, I've done a lot of hackathons. Just to let you guys know, I've done around 50 hackathons myself, so participated, and I've mentored and supported around 500. So it's been really great for the past 10 years. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got improving my skills. Fantastic. I want to make cool stuff. Awesome. Thumbs up. I want to create a project that helps the world and spend time with my boyfriend. Awesome. You've got a great connection factor. I didn't think I have participated, but want to see what it's about. Awesome. Do more great help. Okay, you need help with Twitch there to help the hacker community and get strong. Awesome. Do some good and get prizes. Win the fight against coronavirus, COVID-19. Awesome. I want to expand my skill set and try something new. Just checking it out. So it's really great to see that you've got a variety of experiences. A lot of the stuff here is, getting cool stuff, changing the world, upskilling. So fantastic. And also, just last question here, how many hackathons have you gone to? So this is your first one, or you've never been to one before. You've been to a couple, so you understand what the framework is like, or you've gone to more than a couple. So maybe you've gone to a handful, say 5 or 10, so you kind of know what the process is like, or heaps. A lot like me, you want to learn from the experience or maybe get some new insights. Excellent. Got quite a few people here, none, a couple. So quite a few newbies here, but also a lot of experienced people. So that's fantastic. Thank you everyone for your contribution so far. Now I'm going to start my presentation. So here I know that a couple of people felt a bit unmotivated, but hopefully after this session, you'll know exactly the tools that you need to manage a great team. So you've got this kind of up and running and you know what to expect out of the hackathon. So firstly, I wanted to pinpoint that true innovation isn't just about the technology. It's great that we're here to upskill, but it's also around making positive impact and creating that change, which a lot of you have already put in on your answers. So what is the hacker mindset? The hacker mindset consists of 4 ground rules, beginning with C. C. So you've got connect, collaborate, create, and commit. So connecting, this is connecting with people who have the same mindset as you, who are out there to create change, and to also use this as a networking opportunity, especially when you're at home or when you're in quarantine. Collaborating, this is around collaborating and using the diverse skill sets that we all uniquely have and being inclusive of everyone. Create, this is all around creating change and creating a tangible solution which you can showcase and demo to the judges and also to paying customers. And the fourth thing is to commit. So commit your time and your energy to create something that will be useful for society. Now, I just wanted to quickly go through the 2 modes that you might go through, which you both need when you are going through a hackathon. So mode 1 is more traditional, so that's more around execution, and mode 2 is all around entrepreneurial mindset. So continuous learning with high uncertainty. In a hackathon environment, I know some of you might be working full-time as well as doing the hackathon. So maybe your full-time role is doing this traditional management and making sure that business operates as usual. Whereas in a hackathon environment, we're looking at rigorous testing, doing those really deep customer immersion research questions, and also learning really quickly. And this is in a time with high uncertainty. So what is innovation? Innovation is change that adds value. Novelty and a need combined. So a novelty could be a taxi that has disco lights and a DJ and a TV set at the back. And the need is getting someone from one place to another. For example, if I've had a couple of drinks at a party and I need to get home, how am I supposed to get home? So how Uber is an innovation is that it helps with the service. So sometimes you get Mentoses or water. You even get an iPhone charger, for example, and it brings you that service when you need it, and that's to get you from one place to another. So the hacker mindset is basically spot, build, and go. It is a 3-phase process, and the hackathon majority of it is around spotting that opportunity, building the tangible solution, and then afterwards growing it. So growing it with your customers. So it's at the start, the purpose of this is to really develop a strong team purpose, and that's what a lot of people really miss out of hackathons. I've gone to so many hackathons where people just want to build something, but they don't really understand why every single person is in it. So it's important to ensure that everyone has that same purpose to work cohesively together and then to flow. So that's failing to learn, but also having fun learning. I know what you're thinking there. And then also to create a valuable, tangible product. So we really want to put ideas into action. A lot of people go, oh, let's, run a design thinking workshop or a hackathon, and they just want ideas out of it. Here we are actually building something. So if you want to follow the template, I've got here the bit.ly link, so it is case sensitive. So go on bit.ly/the hacker mindset, and the hacker mindset is capitals with each of the first letters of each of the words. There's also a QR code on the right side of the screen, so you can just use your camera and point it at the screen so you can download this. So here it's the hacker mindset, which the purpose is to take ideas to the next level by building tangible solutions. You got spot on the left-hand side, build on the top right-hand side, and then go on the bottom right side. So if everyone, I'll just leave this up here for the next 10 seconds. If you want to use another screen, Put in the bit.ly link, bit.ly/the hacker mindset. And then also, if you want to alternatively put the QR code on so that you have this on your screen while we go through the template. Okay, let's get started. So SPOT. SPOT stands for story, and then people, opportunity, and teams. So the first thing is story. Develop that emotive and compelling story. So I'll give you an example. Now, you know how the elderly are lining up at 6 a.m. to go to supermarkets at 7 a.m.? They need to ensure that they have enough food and house supplies and even toilet paper, so that they can feel comfortable at home. So this is an example of how you can make a story emotive and compelling, and you've got a personal attachment to it. So you know how, make it personal. So the people, they need to put a clear action in so that they can, what is the value or outcome that you want them to achieve? Secondly, people. So have diverse skills and be inclusive of everyone. The minimum viable team in a hackathon environment is the hustler, the hipster, and the hacker. So the hustler being more the salesperson, the person who sells a product. The hipster is the person who designs the product, and the hacker being more the person who creates it. So sometimes it's good to have 3 to 5 people in your team. I wouldn't go over that because there could be a lot of opinions, and then it will turn into a just political kind of team where people are arguing and everything. We want this to be a positive experience, so have complementary skills. A lot of the time I have 2 hackers on my team, so I have a front end and a back end developer, so those 2 people can work, or us as a team, that's how we work together. Also nominate a herder. So the herder is the person who will herd the crowd. They'll give everyone and ensure that everyone is headed in the same direction. So it's important to have the herder to facilitate the conversation. They are not the decision maker, but they ensure everyone is on the right track. So here, put in your name. So for example, my name is Angela. The purpose of participation. So my purpose is to upskill and to network with other people who have complementary skill sets to me. My passion is around helping the elderly. Participation, I work full time, so my participation will be during the evenings. And also the skills that I have to offer is that I am really good at video editing skills, and also communication skills. And in terms of personal development, I want to learn what are the new tools out there that can really help with communication and have good experience. So it's really important to note that upfront, knowing the purpose of the hackathon. So I know in terms of Hack Quarantine, it's a lot of people are there. You don't have to be a student, but it's also a really great chance to upskill with all the workshops that you have on offer. And this is one of the first ones. So having that and understanding the purpose of the hackathon is really important. If you do wish to, and all of you want to build a startup out of this, have this discussion up front in terms of IP and how you would choose to carry this solution forward. Not everyone's in it for that, but put it out there. And also, it's highly recommended that everyone signs the Hack Code of Conduct. So this is all around ensuring that everyone is not discriminating against each other and that we're here for the right reasons. Opportunity. Opportunity is basically 140 characters or less to describe your innovation. So it should include who, what, where, when, why, and how. Now, it's important so you develop a strong vision here so that you've got the ability to pivot. So having this strong vision is essential so that you know who the customer is, and if you have any decision-making points, you refer back to the customer. So, for example, you could say the opportunity we have here is we've got an aggregated platform for the elderly which lists out what supermarkets have in stock and in which locations, and also provides a specialized delivery service which gets the goods to their doorstep. So here you have and hit all the points. When I worked in public relations and in journalism, we always needed all these points covered at the start to capture the attention of the audience and to ensure they know what they're getting into when they're reading the article. The next one is test. So validate your assumptions. A lot of the time we might build something and then when we go to market or when we present it to a customer, we find out that they actually don't need it. So the purpose of this is to validate your assumptions so that when you are building something, you've got confidence that this is a need versus a want and people will actually use it. I've got two examples on here. Firstly, the majority of the elderly get coronavirus. Is that true or not? I looked this up, and according to our sources, early findings from China, which pertain to the first 17 people to die in the outbreak, revealed that the median age was 75. And a study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that the median age of the first 425 people affected with the virus was 59. So, tend to be more the elderly. Fact. Next thing, the assumption that there is no food for Australians. I know that in our supermarkets in Australia, because that's where I am, a lot of people are trying to stock up. So during my research phase, I found that according to the National Farmers Federation, imported food only accounts for 15% of daily supply. About 2/3 of Australia's produce is exported, meaning we make plenty more than we actually consume. And for farmers, it's pretty much business as usual. So here, myth busted, we've actually got a lot of produce that we can consume. So make sure you do these validation points. Now the next phase, phase 2, is the build phase. So build. What are you actually building? So tell us what your goal is. Is your goal to build that aggregation platform of supermarket stock? Or is it to build that specialized delivery service? What exactly are you building and what is your starting point? The second thing is to put in your pitch date and time. It's important to note this so you have an end goal and you can work backwards from there so you can solidify and plan out where your milestones should be and who needs to do what. The next thing is communication platform. So how are you as a team going to communicate? Are you going to put a new Discord channel? Are you going to use Slack or WhatsApp or Trello or Notion? There are a lot of platforms out there, and use one that everyone uses and checks as well. So that, for example, if an emergency comes up, you can go, okay, I'm going to call this person or I'm going to do X, Y, and Z so that you can reach them in a timely manner. Normally in this stage, I add everyone on my team on Facebook and on LinkedIn so I get to know their skills and their history and experience so that I know exactly how we can all contribute as a team. And then criteria. So look up on DevPost the criteria there. There's a lot to do with like technicality, with building something that is actually achievable and creative. So put in the criteria of hack quarantine so you know exactly what is required and what the judges are looking for. When I organize hackathons, I look into the judging criteria and I give each one a score out of 10, and then that will bubble up the top projects, so keep that in mind. And then the third thing here is that I've got check-ins. So firstly, when you do your check-ins, you've got the 3D strategy. So discuss what everyone has done over that designated time period that you've had, and also share what learnings you've got. The second thing is destination. So once everyone has done that and they've taken turns, agree on what you want to achieve by the end of the hackathon, and it's okay to pivot. As I said earlier, And the third thing is direction. So once you've kind of planned out your next milestones, reflect on what you need to start, stop, and restart, and ask each other for help to achieve your next milestones if you need it. So always refer back to your judging criteria and the goal that you're trying to achieve. Okay, so this is an example of what I would do if I was in your situation. So each person has their different roles. This is a 21-day hackathon, so you've got the luxury of time, which is fantastic. So here we've got, for example, at the start, everyone joining a team and then completing the spot process. So that's phase one of the hacker mindset. And then it's all around after that, conceptualizing the idea, doing customer research, and finding data and APIs. So finding data is important, especially you want to know if it's messy or not. Sometimes we want to create something and then halfway through we find that the data is so horrible. It's even better to actually create your own data set. So that's a bit of a worry. So look into data hackathon, so make use of that. Then agree on that final problem statement and that minimum awesome product. I'm saying minimum awesome product here instead of minimum viable product because we want to give the judges something that is really great and that is that is usable as well. So we really want to ensure that it's desirable, viable, and also feasible. The next thing is to get customer feedback, sketch out that minimum viable product, look into the front end build and connect the APIs. Then also look to see and test it with your customers. So who is the person and how have you been in contact with them and will they actually use this? So get immediate feedback from them straight away. Then create your video and then work on your interface and prototype. And don't forget to celebrate afterwards. Have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee. I don't know, however else you want to celebrate. Now, the third phase is to go. So, go stands for growth and optimize. So, growth, another 4C framework here, is to grow with your customers. So, who are you targeting and how are you benefiting them? When I do this, I always try and ask open-ended questions to begin with to see whether or not this will be a good fit solution for them. And if not, that's okay. But if so, tell them what your value is. Create content that will demonstrate value to the customer and also blast it out in as many channels as you can and have a strong call to action. So say, okay, the next step is, or find out more by, or saying, hey, why don't you buy this for X, Y, and Z? Next thing is to optimize. So optimizing is a great way to develop new features, to tap into new markets, and also expand to new capabilities. So, for example, Disney. I love Disney. They have their core bread and butter, their core work is around developing movies. So they've got Aladdin, for example. There's so many movies out there. So they're always looking at new features, new products. They're doing live action movies, and that's some ongoing, product features that they've done. So Horizon 2, an example of that could be Disneyland. They have built an experience so that not only could you experience the characters in the movie theater, but you can also experience it in a live scenario where you can interact and touch and feel and sing along with the songs. So that's tapping into a new market because that's not just only for children, but it could be for parents as well. And the Horizon 3 is new capabilities. So Disney launched Disney Plus, so similar to Netflix and Stan. And this is all around changing their business model. So you don't have to go to a theater to watch a movie. Now you can watch it in your bed or on your couch and you can watch it on demand. And that's how they're disrupting their field. So for those who didn't catch the template is right here again. We went through the 3 stages of spotting, building, and going. So spotting being building that compelling emotive story, people understanding people's intentions and developing that common purpose. Opportunity statement, tell us the who, what, where, when, how, and why, and then testing those assumptions. And then now we're building. So at the hackathon, we want to understand what our goal is and to build that product and ensure that everyone's skills are made useful in this environment, and then going. So seeing whether this product is useful to a customer and then going out there and reaching customers. So again, it is case sensitive on the link that is listed on the top, or you can use the QR code on the top right hand side. So I just wanted to say that the best way to predict the future is for you to create it. Abraham Lincoln famously said this. So this hackathon is giving you that time, and we have a lot of time right now. So the next thing I want to do is get some feedback from everyone. So first thing is go back on menti.com and use the code again. Use the code 282111 and tell us, have you got a team yet? Press yes or tell us if you are still recruiting. So here you've got yes. Awesome. You can start using the template. It's an easy one-page template, so you can complete that. There's a couple of here still recruiting or still looking for teams. So I know that on Discord, you can find a team, and it's a great way to tell people what you're passionate about, what skills you can offer, and what you want to develop in, and then make those connections. So, okay, it looks like the majority of people are still recruiting. Does anyone have any questions? Yep, so you're all still recruiting. That's all good. If you have any questions, I've got a YouTube link, or we've recorded this streaming. So, okay, so you can just comment on there, give your feedback. You can go on, I'll give you my details afterwards as well. So if you want to email me, that's fine, all good. Or if you want Discord. So I'm just going to go on Discord really quickly for that question on how to form a team. So on Discord, I hope everyone is on here. Cool, so welcome. There's a lot of reminders here. So on the left-hand side, you can see that there are different topics. So you have general, you've got getting help, so getting mentors, ideas, and team building. So on this side, click on team building here. Here, as you can see, there's a lot of people who are, telling us what they do. You've got students here, you've got, introductions, you've got developers, entrepreneur and residents. So if you are still looking for a team, put in here, hi, my name is Angela and I am looking to blah, blah, blah. So, what do you want to work on? So your passion. And then say the skills I have to offer are blah, 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 blah. That way people know why you're here and also how you can help them. Excellent. What is my background? So my background is actually in public relations. I studied public relations when I was at university. After that, I got into startups and the whole hackathon environment. So put that to ground, and then I worked majority of my time in IT. So I worked with ASUS, Intel, and EMC as my main accounts, and then I got more in the data center, UPSs, server kind of world. And then after that, I now work in the electrical engineering space. So I work at Schneider Electric, and I also so I've been running Hackathons Australia for that, the past 6 years, during the time that I've worked full time, and I run innovation at that company. And are you working on anything in particular? So for me, not now, but I am working like for this hackathon, but I am working on Hackathons Australia. I've got some icebreaker kind of like tool kits that I'll keep you updated on. They're called brain gym exercises. So I'll keep you all posted, and also ensuring that people are using this hacker mindset. Okay, another thing here, what have you learned during this session? So I just want to see or help you reflect on what you've learned during this session, and just put one thing that you have thought about that you're like, oh yeah, that was like an aha moment, or that was a light bulb moment. It's really good to reflect on this, especially if you continuously go to a lot of hackathons, and then at the start, saying and readjusting your mind, like, okay, what are we doing? It's really great that people have commented here. It's commitment, it's persistence, and preparing. Because if you do that at the start, it really shifts your your mental health and well-being. And in a real startup environment, it's actually really hard to go through ups and downs, to have that mental and emotional support. So ensure that you've got that up and running. So it's great that a lot of people have got team management, teamwork, and support. And did you find this session useful? This last question, just tell me yes or no, and then after this, you can drop off if you want to, and you can also give me some feedback as well. So after this, I've only got one more thing of feedback, and then we're good to go. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. I'll just leave this up here for feedback. So if you want to put feedback in your own convenient time, I wanted to leave my contact details up for you, just in case you wanted to get in contact with me. My Discord handle is just my name in one word, so Angela B. Chan. So you can just message me on Discord, that's all fine. I regularly check my emails all the time, so you can also get in touch, Angela at hackathonsaustralia.com. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, everything. So be in touch if you need to. And then again, at the bottom, that is the framework. So hop on there, and I hope to see all the projects on DevPost. It's a great platform to use, and I look forward to seeing what you all come up with and ensuring that you all have a really great experience. So thank you. And this is the conclusion of this workshop. There are plenty more workshops out there, so make sure you check the schedule, and see you all later. Bye.